Yeah, it's a bit late. It's going dark, but need to get a bit of some working out done. Been a bit kind of distracted, to be honest, doing other things. But yeah, still trying to keep up with some fitness stuff, but it's hard to try and juggle it with the stuff's been taking up my mind, like mental bandwidth. It can be difficult to like work out a lot when you're just going on in your head. You're getting distracted with thoughts and stuff, and just feelings of like things needing to be resolved or whatever, or I don't know, it can be difficult when you have to juggle so many things around. You got all these thoughts going on, and then before you know it, like the day is over. It's like, God, time just seems to be going so quickly these days. I don't know. Like, it feels like you can't really get much done. It's like, when you're trying to like get stuff done, and then you're like, holy crap, another day's just gone already. I was on a chat with my mum earlier, just kind of had a catch up with her, and it's just, time just seems to fly by, you know. And then before you know it, the whole day's gone. It's kind of scary, because it's like, this makes you realise how, short life is when you like think, oh shit, another day's gone. Like, you have a limited number of days. It's just, yeah. Anyway, I hope everyone's well tonight. I've just been trying out TikTok Live because I've been using my mother's second account, or third account, whatever it is, and so she's let me use that, but I used Restream to do it instead, which means I can go live without having to hit like 1,000 followers or whatever. But there wasn't really a lot of people there. It was a bit dead. So I don't know, it's going to take a while to build it up really, but yeah, at least I've got it to work now. But I'm going to be like putting up my videos on there and stuff, so try and build it up with that as well. So I put a video up on there and it's on like 1,800 non-views now. Actually, no, it's on like 1,900 views. Hello, Brittany, how are you doing? Welcome to the live. If you're new here, make sure you follow, or subscribe, I mean. That would be really appreciated. Hit the like button as well. So yeah, I'm just going to try and build it up and just, because like I said, it was actually TikTok. I got to about 38,000 followers when they banned me. And that really sucks when that happened, you know. It really sucks when you get banned at, like, you know, hi Mr. Little Bacon, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well tonight. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here, everyone, and make sure you like the live. But yeah, just thought I'd come on with you guys for a bit. I'm gonna do a few rows, maybe some like things like that. I'll try and work some back, work some other muscles and stuff. But yeah, feel free to ask questions, guys. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I've got 12 people in the house, so apologies if you saw last night's live. I'm not normally like that. I'm just yeah, but I did feel pretty cool after that, actually. It usually goes away after a few minutes in that kind of mood. And yeah, it's just sometimes it needs to be released. When you're feeling something, it's better to let it out. Otherwise, it's just going to be bottling up inside, and eventually it's going to come out, and you can potentially do a lot more damage if you let things bottle up inside. Either you do damage to yourself or you do damage to other people. So yeah, it's better that it comes out like that than to then just bottle up even more and then come out in like total chaos. But I hope everyone's well anyway. Feel free to ask questions. I'm usually live every day, but the thing is I want to try and build the TikTok up as well, so I don't know what I'm going to do, whether I should get a second phone or what, because I'm just kind of like in between two, kind of like, yeah, it's just trying to decide things really, but you know, hopefully next time I meet up with Richard we can kind of like join up, so we've got two different phones going on, two different live streams or something, so I could try and get that set up really. Yeah, that would be good. got any questions, then put them in the chat. Brittany says true, man. True what? Sorry. But yeah, I just got to try and build this up. But yeah, got a new short out. Apparently it's got me like 3 new subs. So yeah, I let you work out videos. So good. Yeah, I'm going to try and get more of that stuff out. Just, I don't know if you saw the last one, the what is it? The side to side jumping push up thing. It's one of my favourite exercises. It's it's like the plyometric stuff. I quite like that. I like jumping squats and things like that. Those are quite fun moves to do. But yeah, I'm going to do a bit of something, but I know it's a bit late and it's dark. It was really dark last night when I came out, but I was just in a really bad mood. It was one of the worst days I'd had for quite a while. I was just really in not a good mood. Like, nothing would really seem to be working out very much that day. Other than that, I got some good like offer or something, but other than that, the rest of the day was pretty pathetic. Everything all just seemed to kind of like keep going bad, and I'm like, I just got to a breaking point. I'm like, yeah, it just gets really like, get me down when I'm like that, where it's just everything seems to be going wrong, and it's like, wow, it's so windy out here, guys. It's quite exposed here, so yeah. Anyway, let's see if we can do some pull-ups, guys. So I'll put there. Actually, I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, I have to try and move it to a different place, but obviously that's really the best time to do a live, try again. So, wow, it's so windy. So, yeah, dangerous a bit. Well, anyway. Yeah, it really is hard doing it on that. Let's do the easier variation. 1, 2. That's everyone up to. Is everybody okay? Feel free to ask questions, guys. Probably not going to be out here too long, guys. Yeah. It's very dull now, but yeah. Doing a little bit that I'm annoying, guys. No, I don't. Why are you asking? Hope you had a good day today, everybody. Thank you for the 3 likes. Right, I'm just gonna some of these. Thank you for the likes. So you don't. Yeah, you know, you just gotta like learn to be happy by yourself. You gotta remember, it's better to be alone than be with someone that makes you feel like shit. So always prioritize yourself, because otherwise it's just gonna get walked all over. It's good to prioritize the right person if they do the same to you, but until you meet the right person, you should really just be putting yourself first. Like, don't be like wasting your time with someone who you barely even know, and you just kind of like get invested and then just get screwed over, is what I'd say. So yeah, don't always trust your gut with things. Don't let people love you, and also don't let them like gaslight you and manipulate you and all this shit. Hello, Huma. Yeah, I do sometimes, but depends what mood I'm in, really. Sometimes I want to just go fast and just like, I don't think it really makes much difference, to be honest with you. Because if you're going fast, then you're like, it's more intense. And it's like slower reps means that you're like kind of, I don't know, I don't know, like, I hear a lot of people going on about slow reps and all that, but yeah, I'm just gonna like do a few more things, really, just alright. Yeah, that's the thing, you know, when you're like, sorry about this, not much light here, but yeah, if you're like, you know, a bit sort of, I'd say naive, but the thing is, people aren't necessarily naive, but it's just they might just lack the experience. They might just think that, you know, kind of like, why would anyone do such a thing? Like, they haven't, you know, swallowed the red pill, if you will. They haven't, not such kind of cringe, but it's true to it. It's like, it's kind of like an analogy of like the whole Matrix movie, where it's like when people just kind of like believe in the whole kind of thing that, oh, just be a good person and you'll find someone who's just really nice and that they'll love you for you and all that, but you have to be very careful because there is some real snakes out there. They'll, you know, suck your time, your energy, your spirit, you know, they will suck everything out of you. So you have to be very careful of these type of people. Be careful of Jezebels and all that. Hello Lubna, how you doing? Welcome to the live, I hope you're doing well tonight. So just be careful of, hello Mike, how are you doing? Good to see you. You've had a good day. I'm just going to do a few more rolls I think, and then that's probably going to be it. I already did some chest and legs earlier, so don't really need to do any more of that. So we're doing different grips, so we're going to do some of that. And then I'm going to do that. Hello Sub-Zero, hang on. Well, I did block you, I think, but yeah, I have put on muscle mass, yeah. That's what I've been primarily focusing on. I've done some like bit of cutting as well, but yeah, I've got more shape on and stuff, so yeah. But I'm gonna have some like food when I've done with this. You can't really see me at the moment, but right. Let's do a few dips, I think. Actually, I'm going to do the assisted pull-ups again. So I'm going to try and do regular pull-ups. I can't get the full range of motion on this thing. Right, it's just hard. I'll try it again, but it's just, I can't straighten my legs with it. It's just, so I have to do it assisted on this thing. I can do a few like pull-ups with like a proper bar, but so it's just, just use. Oh, then again, I'm out as well, but just, Alright, let's just get over there. Anyway, it's not really like exercises, so whatever. with you guys until I get back, but yeah, so just I just started been trying to do like body recomposition and all that. Build muscle, lose fat. So yeah, it's hard to do them at the same time though, from what I've heard, because you know, if you're in a deficit, then the body's going to not really want to be building muscle, because it's very metabolically expensive to build muscle. So the body would rather kind of use its resources to just keep itself going, basically preserve energy essentially. By trying to build muscle, if you're in a deficit, it's gonna, yeah, so anyone that tells you, you know, like, you know, about, you know, burn fat, build muscle, but like the best thing to do is do one and then do the other. Like, I'd say try and build muscle without gaining fat if you can. That way you have less fat to lose at the end. Try to just be slow with the surplus, so then you're not having to like, but once you get to a certain body fat level, then it's easy to like build muscle from there. You can just like keep it relatively the same body fat and then just so slowly build muscle on top of that, and you'll actually end up looking leaner, because you know, even if you stay at the same body fat, but because the muscles are going to push out more, so it makes you look leaner. So then you won't probably even need to like cut down that much at the end of it. You already look pretty lean because you've lean gained, as opposed to like, a little reluctant, I'm just on my way home. So yeah, just, yeah, if you lean gain, then you'll just it saves a lot of messing around dieting down, because I just don't see the point in doing that. Because some people end up spending 3-4 months dieting down just to end up with a decent body, like, you know, a couple of months out of the year. Then they're going back onto bulking again for like 6 months. But if you're doing like it slowly with like, you know, slow surplus over time, keeping your body fat relatively low but not too low, then you're probably either not going to need to cut, or you're just not going to have to cut that much. Within like a few weeks of cutting, and you're already where you want to be. So you can prioritize most of the time building muscle, and it might actually help to build muscle faster doing it that way, as opposed to like doing this dirty bulking shit, to where then you have to spend 4 to 6 months dieting down because you put on so much body fat. It's just stupid. So you're probably going to end up actually slowing your progress down by doing that. You're going to look like shit most of the time. So yeah, now some say that, you know, having a higher surplus can help build more muscle, but only up to a certain point, and it plateaus after a certain point. And I don't know how true it is. Some say that being leaner can help with building muscle. I don't know. So that apparently testosterone peaks somewhere between 10 to 20% body fat. So if you go above that, could that hinder muscle gain? Some say it doesn't really, but I don't know enough about that. I've heard people claiming that getting too overweight can actually hinder muscle gain, but then why is it that all these strong men seem to be massive? You know, yeah, some of them are on PEDs, and they're, you know, well, I think they're all on, a lot of these big ones are on PEDs, so, but I would have thought at a certain point it could hinder muscle gain due to the lower testosterone, because of the it's said to convert a lot of the testosterone into, I think, estradiol, whatever it is. It's like a form of estrogen or something like that. I'm not an expert on it, but basically, yeah, you can actually lower your testosterone, and perhaps it can, I don't know if it slows muscle gain or whatever, but basically, yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about it, but I remember seeing some posts saying that being leaner was better for muscle gain due to the, well, I mean, some would say it's due to the testosterone or something, but yeah, like I said, 10 to 20%, you shouldn't really be kind of like going out of that range probably as a guy. Above 20%, I'd say, is like overweight for sure. Even, yeah, I don't know. And then going below 10% probably not the best either, because of, you know, it could actually end up lowering your testosterone again, because, you know, your body's in a hypocaloric state, and you're just kind of, your body doesn't want to be in that kind of state. It wants to have enough, just about enough body fat to where it's safe, because it's not really safe to the body if it's like, if you're like at those low levels at 5% or whatever, where it's like, if you seen like the One Punch guy, I think he's around 4%, and it's like, I don't even think, why would anyone even want to look like that? I think it's just, I guess it's just a shock factor for some people. It's like there was this other guy, I think it was called Helmut or something like that, it's some German guy, and he was also around 4% body fat. He's said to be the most shredded guy. I think that the One Punch guy is also up there as well. Some of the most shredded guys out there. I'm guessing they're not natural. They're probably taking some kind of appetite suppressor or something like that. Possibly some PEDs. I'm not sure, but I definitely don't think they're natural to be that able to stay that lean. Most guys are going to have a very hard time anything below 8%, I think, because even when they're getting to, like, you know, in the natural competitions where they're going in at like 6%, even a lot of them are struggling at that level. You know, they're struggling with like hunger and low energy and all that. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend getting too shredded, because then the problem with it is you could end up actually like having body dysmorphia, because then seeing your body at that level and then having to then revert. So for most guys, I'd say probably best to not go too low to like getting into like single digits. There's not really any need, and you don't end up really looking any better. In fact, probably going to look best around 10, maybe 12%, just because like you're just going to look more healthy. You're going to look fuller, and you're going to look better in clothes as well, because if you're that lean at, you know, 6% or whatever, you're just going to look like ill. Well, you're going to look like you're from a concentration camp or something, because, you know, you look gaunt in the face and all that. So it's good to have a good level of leanness in the face, but like going too far then just makes you look ill. You get all this thing about like the hollow cheeks and all that, but some people take it too far. It just looks freakish. It looks malnourished. So I just say, like, make sure that you're not malnourishing yourself. Make sure that you are feeding your body right, so that you're not taking yourself to any extremes. But yeah, just people shouldn't be trying to emulate these people that they see online. Like if they're trying to emulate someone like Wolverine or something, because a lot of these are not natural anyway. So yeah, oftentimes, you know, like what's naturally attainable isn't so extreme, because, you know, our bodies are great and all that, but they're only capable of so much, and they also will, like I said, try to protect us from going too extreme with things like, hello Kai, how you doing? The body will protect you from going too extreme with things like dieting down, for example, by increasing hunger. Everybody's got their own set point, but I think for most guys, going, you know, below 10% body fat's not necessarily the best idea, especially below 8%. But even, you know, below 10%, your testosterone's probably going to go down. Like I said, it's meant to peak somewhere between 10 to 20%. That's where it's going to be optimal. You're going to perform your best. You're going to be stronger. You're just going to feel all round the best at that. I mean, I would say ultimately for like health, I'd say 10 to 15%, but 10 to 20% is good. But if you're going above 20%, that's, it's for the most part, then you're going to be accumulating more visceral fat and stuff, which isn't good for your health. It can also impair things like agility and stuff like that if you're someone that wants to improve on that. And yeah, it can be good for like getting like absolute strength. But if you're not specifically training for that, then I don't see the point in just putting extra body fat on just so that you can bench more. And I think that is personally a bit irresponsible unless you're specifically training for that.